The Nike Vomero 14s have been completely redesigned with the latest materials Nike has to offer. They claim they are designed for long distance runs. If you have seen my videos, first of all, thank you. You know I train for half marathons, but I just signed up for my first full marathon coming up in April of 2019, which is less than 4 months away. Will these be my main training shoes for my full marathon, or will these even be my full marathon shoes? I noticed some flaws right out of the box, but let's break them down first. The main upper material is described as sleek engineered mesh. I looked for multiple descriptions online, but that is the best one I found. It is designed or engineered for durability and support. I own the Vomero 12s and the 13s, and I say the upper material on the 14s feel a little bit similar to the 13s, but these are a little bit more flexible and it feels a little bit thinner and a little bit more breathable. Although the Nike Vomero 13s were not that breathable. What they don't tell you is that on the 13s and on these, the 14s, it is actually a dual layer design. I hope these are a little bit more breathable than the previous model, but we shall see. The tongue is a little bit thinner than the previous model and it is lightly padded. I love the fact that they kept the flywire cables. These 5 flywire cables hold the laces together. These laces feel pretty durable and have plenty of length. The inner and outer swoosh are glued on together. These shoes have no reflective material whatsoever. The heel is elevated just like in the Pegasus 35 and Pegasus 35 Turbo. The Nike Vomero 14s contain a decent sized heel plate for ultimate support during interval training. The collar is nicely padded with 4 individual pads for ultimate support as well. The midsole has received a major upgrade. React foam is now in the Vomeros, but they also added full-length Zoom. React foam is simply amazing. Zoom X is probably the best midsole Nike has to offer, but that's for racing and that's very expensive. React foam is really, really terrific. Combined with the full-length Zoom, this is a great combination for durability, comfort, smooth ride, regardless of your running style. React foam is extremely responsive, lightweight, and flexible with a lot of impact protection and more energy return than the legendary Lunarlon. This midsole feels very heavy and very firm right out of the box, which worries me a little bit, but we shall see. The outsole now has durable rubber and it is very different than the previous models. Just by the looks of it and from experience, I believe these are going to do very well on every surface, along with some gravel surfaces and possibly some trails. Traction is very important regardless of the usage of these shoes. I hope it rains outside so I can test the outsole out on wet surfaces. I noticed I mentioned some flaws right out of the box. They look sleek, aerodynamic, fast, modern, and way different than the previous models, but those were just pictures online. When I unboxed them and I took them out, I noticed that they were a little bit thick, well, a little bit heavy, bulky, and stiff. I have sort of a wide foot with a very low arch. So the last thing I need is my feet to look wider than they are. But I have to give these a chance. I have not even tried them on. I overpronate a little bit. These look like they have excellent heel support, even though they look bulky, but they might help me. Let's check them out. I know I keep mentioning the previous models. Well, I actually have the 13s on right now, and I also did a review on them. These are it. These are the Nike Vomero 13s. Look at the outsole. The 14s are a lot different. I'll give you a better close-up of the shoe a little bit later. But for the ultimate performance test for the Nike Vomero 14s, I will run a 5K as fast as I can, and I will also run a 100-meter sprint or 100-yard sprint. That's my dog. To get the full feel for the shoe. I will also run many other times and do a bunch of interval training on every surface possible. Look, nobody does it like I do. Nobody on earth. I'm not going out there just for 2 hours, come back and tell you how they feel. I'm actually gonna go out there for 2 weeks, wearing them everywhere for work, leisure, and exercise. I will test the Vomero 14s for breathability, flexibility, durability, responsiveness, and anything else you can think of. I have a lot of socks and I'm going to wear all my socks with these shoes for 2 weeks. Now that I signed up for a full marathon, I really have to step it up. All the training I've done, all the videos I've recorded, they're for half marathons. And never once I looked online for tips or any training programs. I don't like to run with groups or train with groups. I don't read books, I don't read magazines on how to better myself. Maybe those could help and maybe I could be better, but I just like to do it my way, and I make it up as I go. It's a lot of fun doing it. You won't see any indoor gym because it's just not my style. I like the outdoors. I love the misery, whether it's hot or it's cold. But right now, I've said too much already. Full marathon training starts today, and this is the ultimate performance test for the Nike Vomero 14s. Let's go. That was the ultimate performance test for the Nike Vomero 14. I hope you enjoyed the video. Before we get started, let me just make something clear. My review is based on a personal experience. I'm just a regular guy with a full-time job, trying to stay healthy, and I had a lot of fun with this, but I just remember everybody walks differently and everybody trains differently, everybody runs differently. Like I said, this is just a personal experience. I have sort of a wide foot with a low arch, and I overpronate a little bit. So I hope what I'm about to tell you and my experience with the shoes helps you out in any way, shape, or form. So let's break them down first. The upper material was wonderful. It was breathable, it was flexible, it is durable. I put them through everything that you saw, plus more. There's a lot that I didn't record because that's just the way I train for half marathons. Like I said, I do it my way. Also, the laces, they are wonderful. Everything about the Nike Vomero 14s, I like them more than the Vomero 13s. This was a previous model, great shoe, but this is a major upgrade. Like I said, the laces are wonderful. I prefer the Flywire on this. They're like regular cables versus the previous model, which has only 4. These have 5. For my taste, my preference, I like this better. The tongue is thin. It is breathable. It is more comfortable than the previous model, but right here, if you're wearing thin socks and very low cut, this might rub you on the upper part of the foot a little bit. But I tested these out with every sock that I have, every pair of socks. I have thin socks, basketball socks, running socks. I have my regular work socks, but like I said, the upper material was wonderful. The heel plate was wonderful as well. It is just kind of like the 13s. It has pretty good support. Also, the heel tab right here, it is a little bit tall, but I never got any blisters. My socks never broke down. You see the inside, the collar? It was very comfortable. My foot adjusted, it felt secure the whole time. And the upper is just, it's a great upgrade. Now let's talk about the midsole, which is the main reason I got these shoes. They have the whole aerodynamic look going with the React foam and the full length zoom. This midsole was just amazing. During the interval training, I had no issues whatsoever. It was comfortable, it was bouncy, it was springy, it was soft, it was cushiony. It was the whole energy return. Yeah, man, these were great. That was during interval training. For running, it's a different story, but I'll get to that a little bit later. Also, during the interval training, the design of the midsole right here, when I was doing a lot of suicides, I felt a lot of support in that area right there. The outsole was amazing. I tested them on every surface possible except dirt trails because they're flooded at the moment. They're just too muddy, can't run on them, can't train on them. But other than that, wood, carpet, concrete, stairs, any type of floor you can think of, I tested these on and they were just wonderful. Grip, no issue whatsoever. Dry or wet, just amazing. Great outsole. Now that we broke down the shoes from top to bottom and I told you how wonderful they were with interval training, let's talk about the running. My best 5K was posted on my Instagram account. Please go check it out. Every shoe that I review, I wear the same socks, same underwear. I run on the same trail, the same route, just for consistency purposes. And for the 5Ks, these performed wonderful. My socks never rode down. My feet never hurt. I never got any blisters. I felt fast. At the beginning of the video, I said that they felt a little heavy. They were a little bulky. I don't know what I was talking about. Like I said, 5Ks, 3.1 miles, wonderful shoe. For more than that, different story. So the next part, if you disagree with me, please leave a comment and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. But like I said, all this just comes from personal experiences. Right here around the heel, it says, engineer for long distance. I don't know if you can read that, but for the 5Ks, I felt great. I try to run longer runs on the weekends with these shoes, and I don't know, I just felt sluggish. I don't know what it was. I was like, was it something I ate? Am I wearing the wrong socks? Am I just not feeling it? But no, I attempted a few long runs, 5 or more, and were just not working out for me. I felt really sluggish. Actually, my feet hurt just a little bit. I don't know if it was my foot, the way my foot is designed. It just doesn't mesh with the design of the shoe with the React foam and the full length zoom. I don't know what it was. I'm sorry for that. I don't have the answer, but for long runs, these are not for me. All right, so for speed runs and sprints, these are wonderful. These are just perfect for speed. From, like I said, my style, my shape of foot, these were just wonderful. I do a lot of sprints. I love to do sprints. I like to do 1 and 2 mile speed runs on the track or out there on the trail. These are just great. No issues whatsoever for sprints. At the beginning of the video, I told you I signed up for my first full marathon in April. I cannot wait. But during Christmas, my sister-in-law dropped a bombshell on me and she bought me a trip to San Francisco. Who does that, right? And she also bought me a coastal run, which is gonna be a half marathon, you know, with beautiful scenery, and actually it has some elevation gain. This might be the hardest half marathon I have attempted so far. I was not expecting this. This just happened December 25th, 2018, and that half marathon is in February, which is coming up in 5 weeks. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I had to modify my training, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I've never, temperature change, as far as climate, humidity, elevation, even the hydration is different over there in San Francisco. If you live in San Francisco, if you've ever done a coastal run, please share your tips with me. But like I said, I had to modify my training. For full marathons, I'm not gonna wear these at all. I'm gonna wear my Vaporfly or my Zoomfly, but definitely not these. Even for a half marathon, I'm not gonna wear these shoes. I'll wear these for 5Ks, for interval training, for stairs, you know, all that other stuff that I do. Okay, I said I was gonna make this short. Now I'm rambling, so let's wrap it up. I come from the Nike Vomero 13s. Was it worth my hard-earned money getting the Nike Vomero 14s? Absolutely. These are a major upgrade. These are just better than the 13s, in my opinion. They're lighter, they're more flexible, they're better, the technology's better, React foam, full-length zoom, excellent shoelaces. These are flat, these were round, these have 4 fly wire cables, these have 5. These are just better for me. I still love the 13s, but I love the 14s more. They're more aerodynamic. I wore them to work all this time since I bought them. And when I went to Austin, I wore them for like 17.5 hours. No complaints whatsoever. Every sock, every surface, no issues whatsoever, except 5 miles and above. But like I said, that's just my personal experience. You might experience a different one than me, but please tell me if you wore them or if you're planning on wearing them. Please feel free to ask me any questions, leave any comments, go check out my Instagram account. But for now, the Nike Vomero 14s, great shoe. And this was the ultimate performance test and review for the Nike Vomero 14s. Thank you very much for watching. Steve Zilla out.